Now, our next guests are stars of the African silver screen. Director Nana Obiri Yeboah and actor Oris Erhuero are about to premiere their film, The Cursed Ones, at the Film Africa 2015 Festival, which starts here in London on Friday. Gentlemen, welcome. I'm going to start with you, Nana. The Cursed Ones, you directed it. Sounds shiveringly scary. What's it about?
The whole Cursed One is about the accusation of child witchcraft, which is becoming...
That's a big thing in Africa now,
and which is becoming really alarming. So we did a film based on a documentary documentary that was actually shot in Nigeria, around River State and what's the name?
Delta.
The Delta place. Yeah. So we did that film based on it, but we came up with a fictional kind of film that will actually, appeal to the African audience. More than a documentary, because Africans, they like stories.
Yes, absolutely. Drama is much more sort of accessible to them. And you, Oris, you're starring in it.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your role.
I play a journalist, someone from an outside who comes into town to report a regular story on a festival. He's used to getting these odd jobs on weddings and birthdays and just those odd little festivals to report, because his boss feels it's not good enough. So he's now thrown into this festival, and he travels from the normal big city into a rural village to do a story. And to his surprise, it led to one of the biggest work he's ever had as a journalist, and he goes very deep into it. Turns out that the festival, wasn't what he's actually there for. Yeah, something else beneath that, and basically, all beautiful hell breaks loose.
It sounds very interesting. And Nana, this will be premiered at the Royal African Society Film Festival, which starts on Friday. Tell us a bit about the festival.
It's a festival that actually celebrates African cinema in London, and I think is the biggest film festival here in London for Africans, and we're getting something for the Africans. It's really good.
And Oris, what's your sense of how African film has evolved, and how much is it being helped internationally by festivals like this one by the Royal African Society?
A lot, because when most of the other festivals they mainly, believe it or not, deal with a lot of high-profile films with a lot of money. These type of festivals, they are able to support a lot of great films, with the potential to easily pick up Oscars.
So it's a good foundation.
It's a good foundation. And these festivals they're very good at really what we call the sleeper. They're very good at getting those films that get missed out in the big ceremonies and the big festivals and sneak it right in. So this is one of those type of films that will probably sweep the award season, because it's just the nature of it. And it's not so much an African film. It's a film for across the land. The way he's directed it, it's just broad. It can happen anywhere, and it's happening in this society as well.
And of course, both of you, just briefly, Nana, both of you have lots of pedigree. Nana, you started directing when you were just 14. How have you progressed since then, briefly?
I started directing when I was just 14 years, and I always liked the social issues. My first director debut in the church, in the local church. I organized the local people, and we did a play about teenage pregnancy, which was a problem in Africa at that time, in Ghana, at that time. So we did a play on that, and we invited people to come in there and watch it. Then after that, I wanted to progress, but my parents had objection about being.
But you've come a long way since then. And just before we go, Oris, you're British Nigerian. You've worked with lots of people: Deborah Winger, Dennis Hopper, Guy Ritchie. I wonder where this movie fits in that sort of pedigree line. Quickly,
I think it's one of. I've been doing this for 25 years. It's actually the top. It really, because for me, each year it just gets better and better.
Well, I shall look forward to the premiere. Oris Erhuero and Nana Obiri Yeboah, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.